So what if I told you there's this one invisible force that pretty much dictates your success, your relationships, even how happy you are? Today, we're going to dive deep into some amazing insights from Tony Robbins' Time to Rise Summit to really unpack this force, your identity.
All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever been on a total roll, everything's going great, and then boom, you hit this invisible wall? Or maybe you're in a great relationship and you just say that one thing you immediately wish you could take back, almost like you were trying to mess it up on purpose. Well, according to Tony Robbins, there's a really powerful reason this stuff happens, and believe me, it is not bad luck. It's your identity. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are, and that story, well, it controls just about everything you do. So, how does this invisible force actually work in the real world? Robbins uses this absolutely brilliant metaphor to make it super clear. I want you to think of your identity as your life's thermostat. Okay, so just imagine your identity is a thermostat, and it's set to a specific temperature. Let's just say 68 degrees. Now, this isn't your goal, this is your comfort zone. It's the level of success or love or happiness that you're just used to. It feels normal. And here's where it gets really fascinating. We all have this built-in correction system, right? So if your success drops, maybe you lose a client or money gets tight, that internal heater kicks on. All of a sudden you find the motivation to work harder, to make the calls, to get things back to that comfortable 68 degrees. But, and this is the crazy part, the reverse is also true. If your success gets too high, let's say it hits 80 degrees, the internal air conditioner blasts on. You start to feel like a fraud, like an imposter, thinking, uh-oh, this isn't really me. And you subconsciously find a way to cool things right back down to that familiar 68. So that thermostat is incredibly powerful. And to really understand why, we've got to look at what identity is actually made of. Turns out, it all comes down to a really fundamental human need. This is the core definition from Robbins, and it is so crucial. The strongest drive we have as humans isn't for survival. It's not even for pleasure. It's this deep, deep need to act in a way that is consistent with the story we've made up about who we are. So if you see yourself as a procrastinator, you will always find a way to procrastinate because that's just who you are. And this example just illustrates the difference perfectly. Think about it. Someone who says, I'm on day 4 of not smoking, is really just changing a behavior. They're still identified with the struggle. But when someone says, I'm not a smoker, well, that's a total shift in identity. That's who they are now. The choice becomes effortless because it's completely aligned with their self-concept. It doesn't even require willpower anymore. Okay, so if our identity is this massive, powerful force, what in the world is it made of? Well, Robbins explains that our identities are built on a foundation of our beliefs. You see, a belief isn't just a random thought you have. No, it's a feeling of absolute certainty. If you believe you're a resourceful person, you feel certain about it in your bones. If you believe you're not good enough, you also feel absolutely certain about that. And this feeling of certainty, it acts like a powerful filter on everything you see. You know what? Let's try a quick experiment right now. Wherever you are, just look around the room and find everything that's brown. Go ahead, really look. Spot the brown desk, the door, a picture frame. Got it? Okay, now close your eyes. Can you tell me everything in that room that was red? It's tough, right? Why? Because your brain wasn't looking for it. As the saying goes, seek and ye shall find. Your beliefs literally tell your brain what to look for, and it will find evidence to support those beliefs while deleting almost everything else. This all sounds great, but it naturally leads to the most important question of all. If my identity is holding me back, how do I actually change it? How do I turn up my thermostat? Robbins boils it all down to 2 key steps. First, you have to question the old identity. Seriously, when did you decide you were shy or not a leader? Was it when you were like 10 years old? Is a decision you made as a little kid still running your life today? Just creating that doubt is the first huge step. And second, you have to condition a new identity by taking new actions. You got to build evidence for your new self by doing things the old you would never, ever do. And how you condition it is the crucial part. Just repeating an affirmation like, I'm happy, when you feel terrible, it usually doesn't work. Your brain just argues back, no, you're not. Robbins makes this amazing distinction between that and an incantation. An incantation is when you declare a new truth with your entire body, your voice, your posture, your breathing, with so much emotional intensity that you literally change your body's chemistry and start to wire that new belief right into your nervous system. He shares this incredible story of how he forged his own identity. After getting kicked out of his house as a teenager, he found himself totally stranded, 16 miles from home. He decided to run, something he had never done. And as he ran, he chanted with every ounce of energy he had, "Every day, in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger." He says in that moment he built the identity of someone who could push through absolutely anything, and that's the identity that has driven him ever since.
And that story right there, that brings us to the most powerful and honestly the most liberating takeaway from this entire framework.
Your identity, it doesn't matter how real and solid it feels right now, it's not fixed. It is not set in stone. It is just a story. And like any story, it can be questioned, it can be edited, and it can be completely rewritten. You are not the story, you are the author of the story.
Listen, 10 years from now, you are going to arrive somewhere. The only question is where. The pen is in your hand. So I'll just ask you one last time. Who is writing your next chapter?